question rather well. Phew. Yeah, that was great. That was great, man. Yeah, I've been trying to find an answer that one myself for years now. You just summed it up in less than 2 minutes. That's awesome. Yeah, it's
spoken to though. And I agree with them because sometimes it's happening to me too. When you're writing the story and you plot it out, sometimes it takes a life of its own, and you find yourself
immersed.
making changes you weren't expecting to make because things become a beast. You know, it's taking a life of its own. And sometimes the writer, the author, is going along with the story that's taken from where you originally wanted it to be. It becomes something totally different.
Yeah, there's that famous quote. I think it was Stephen King. I'm not sure though. It says, "The first draft, you're telling yourself the story. The second draft, you're telling someone else." Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Chuck Palahniuk has a similar saying where it's just like, I don't really know where a story's going. I'm just kind of, following the characters and seeing what they do and just figuring out how they think, and then he just goes from there, which is impossible for me because when I'm writing, I have to know where things begin, where they trail to, and then where they end ultimately.
Well, yeah, but sometimes the characters just take over. I mean, look what happened with the X-Men when Wolverine came along. Everybody wanted Wolverine, or right now there's Deadpool. But it's like sometimes the market dictates who's going to take the lead. Mm-hmm. You don't have I don't know how many Deadpool titles, and Marvel canceled the FF. Mm. What the heck?
That was spite, but okay, yeah, I hear where you're coming from. That was them not wanting to give the Fantastic Four their just due, but
who's sometimes you don't know which character is going to be a fan favorite, and he ends up taking over the story.
Mm-hmm.
The group.
It's true. It's true.
Before we started the show, we would talk a little bit about storytelling and re-storytelling. So obviously, Star Wars. Star Wars.
I'm very keen to hear this because I want to hear. I've never been on an interview or a show where someone is so opinionated as Drew. It is amazing. He has a thought about everything, and he is so critical. So actually, just before the show started recording, I actually asked him, "Have you read my comic yet?" He goes, "Not yet," and I said, "Good," because if there's any tiny mistake, he will rip it to pieces. I'll be fair, I promise. I'll be nicer about it than I think Dean would. Because Dean, you're very vocal, man.
No, I'm good.
Now, mind you,
no, he's mellow. Now he's. I found Dean very positive. He was taking the positive side of different shows, and I think even shows I didn't want to watch anymore. And I go, well, maybe I should give it a second shot. He's very convincing.
Yeah. Yeah. And before we even say anything about Star Wars, we have to say that Dean is a Trekkie, so there's already.
It's nothing to
automatic,
do.
Yeah. Automatic.
I'm a science fiction fan first. I said that at the panel. You remember that?
Right. Yeah, definitely.
I said a science fiction fan. I'll start right off with that ridiculous, gigantic Death Star. We already had Death Stars before. No, we gotta have a bigger one now, right?
I can't fight that one, dude. Yeah. I can't fight you on that one.
Sucks the power from the sun. Well, I don't know. Explain to me. I'm just a stupid kid. But if you suck the power of the sun into something metal, won't the metal melt? Won't the death blow up? You're sucking in the power of the sun, for crying out loud. That thing should be blowing up. And then he revisited the same old thing. First Star Wars film, we blew up Tatooine or Alderaan, whatever the heck it was. Where did they blow up in the first movie? All right, so this movie...
It was Alderaan.
Let's blow up 5 planets. 6, let's blow up the whole freaking galaxy. What do we care? We're Disney. We blow everything up.
Well,
there was so much disaster in this movie. It was rehash, retread. I've seen every freaking that little beep bop boop bop loop bop guy.
Hold on. Okay.
But
one thing I have to say, Dean, the whole point of these 3 movies.
Skywalker. Where have I seen that before?
He's still going. No, let him go, man. Let him. That's what I'm just saying. Let him get it out. Let him get it all out.
5 hours. I've been trying to write an article for this damn site for 3 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
I get it done in under 5,000 pages. There's so much things wrong with this movie. Am I the only guy who sees this?
Wait. But before you have to understand that if they stay anything true to the extended universe of Star Wars, the whole point is supposed to be some sort of a generational rehash of what happened before.
Here's the thought. Then watch TNT and watch the original Star Wars on freaking television for free. It's
Well-
the same story.
Well, the thing is,
It's the same.
one of the biggest critiques
The,
that
the bad guys attack the good guys. Same way. You see the villain come on. And why did Solo's son come off of a ship that looks like a Klingon bird of prey? That's what I want to know. And then he comes off and they're blowing up. Oh man, this thing is just a disaster. There's so much to that.
So you're saying you liked it?
yeah,
You beat me to it, Neil. I was gonna say, so you didn't like it, just to be.
I liked was when Chewbacca was carrying Finn, because Chewbacca looked like Bigfoot to me in the woods. You know,
Oh, Chewie's always been Bigfoot in my opinion.
walk around the woods. And again, Ice Planet. We saw that Empire Strikes Back. We actually saw that in the first Star Trek film that he directed too.
Mm-hmm.
That part where Ray is flying around. Like
See,
that.
this is him simmering down now, guys. He's like a tea kettle. You gotta let him.
It was a treat watching you on Skype because you got closer to the camera. You got much more vocal
It's hella animated, yeah.
jumping around a lot more. It was quite intimidating.
actually
Oh,
it's very
goodness.
interesting because he's a very interesting shade of pink. when which for all of you watching Eclecticka, you'll see there's a new set tonight. There's a new set. And Dean, you matched the new set perfectly because there's a lot of pink and purple and blue.
All right,
So,
that's a dark thing going. All right.
And me,
All
it's
right.
just the same old background that you guys normally see. So yeah.
What's wrong with this film? It really.
Well, before we run out of time, any
is when a star, when you take all the part of the star, when did the star collapse? If it's
Oh, my
massive
goodness.
enough? I mean, do they bother taking a science class when they write these Star Wars films? Massive enough, and they take the power away from it. That thing should have like imploded into a black hole and sucked everybody into it. So I'm just like I don't know.
I mean,
And the daddy-son issues. Really.
I mean, look at the reboot of Star Trek. I mean, they just basically trashed everything and said we're starting over again. Like whatever happened didn't really happen. I mean, I'll take someone taking the power from the sun rather than changing history.
It's not that it didn't happen. It's that it happened in a parallel universe. There's
Right.
Was that Dean? He's still going.
Rock him over to a parallel universe.
We haven't quite emptied the tank yet on Dean's rage out over Star Wars.
Hey, watch for the article on Putin about it the next day.
I will definitely check. I'm going to read it and then I'm going to reread it and then I might even make a rebuttal article just
Yeah, just to let that
why
out.
not? Because I'm in the camp. I love Star Wars. I think that the references that they made to the original were fine. They made it so that it could be fun it'd be familiar for old generations, and you could be a brand new kid coming in, having never seen a Star Wars movie, and enjoy something with it.
If you're into retreads and whatever, it's fine,
Right.
To me, that's a hack job,
And
another thing I did like was when they were fighting in the woods with the Jedi, and he kept getting hurt. The whatever his name is.
Ren.
Oh, Ren.
Getting hurt, and he's all in black. Because that made me think of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. You remember when they're fighting the Black
Oh
Knight?
my goodness.
I didn't think about that until
Oh my goodness.
He's bleeding.
oh man, he took it there. He's
Look
referencing Monty.
at Neil's face. He's like, what did I walk
That's what it
into?
was. That was the whole Monty Python. Yeah, the Ren danger.
Oh,
It's something for the
man.
flesh wound.
Oh wow, Dean.
Poor Neil.
And she knocks
Wow.
down, and like she got separated with the the land cracking apart, and I could just hear him going up. Oh, giving up, eh? Running away, eh? That's what I can think of.
All right, let's move on.
I guess I'll give my rebuttal later
Oh,
because
man.
apparently that was Dean. You were really feeling like the force
Oh,
on that one. No pun intended. You were really feeling that.
This segment should be Dean lets Star Wars have it and does not stop. That should be the.
Before we move on, can I ask Drew one question?
Sure.
And that's because you seem very logical about your storyline. So, at the start of Star Wars, with Kylo Ren, when he stops the blast, right, I thought that was really quite cool. And he seemed like such a tough guy. How does someone that good and strong with the Force not just kill Finn in 2 seconds when they have the fight?
Now you're referring to the last fight that comes at the end, right? Where they're throwing down the lightsabers. Okay.
Yep.
I'm glad you asked that question, Neil. Because the idea is that Kylo Ren, when we first he's introduced in the film, he is a complete and utter badass. He's like black clad. He's running with the First Order. And the issue is that a lot of people don't think of until towards the end is that he's never had to actually go toe to toe with someone who was his equal. There's never been anybody else that could sit up there and go toe to toe with him that was forced like competent or whatever. So when he's fighting Finn, one, he's already injured because Chewie, as I said oh so eloquently in a couple of shows back, shot his ass after he killed Han. So he was already hurt. He was having to hit himself to like give him that extra oomph to keep going because he wanted to pass out. It was basically how he kept himself from going in shock. So the fact that Finn lasted maybe 30 seconds can be attributed to one, he's wounded, two, he was already jarred from the events that had already gone down. So, I don't know, at the end of all things, it was more or less that it was just real right. You find real